the bridge in a moment that we're on. But we're going for a wee walk up through the forest into the hills and get some nice views on this gorgeous Wednesday morning. So, hello everyone, welcome, my name's Andrew. I live in South Scotland, the Scottish borders, and I like to show you interesting places, nice bits of nature and history and things like that. So join me, make sure you're following me, give me a thumbs up as well, that'd be lovely, and yeah, come along with me. So let's head off this way. So I know these paths reasonably well. We don't need the map and the sign. So off we go. There's the bridge. There's the bridge from behind. Isn't it beautiful? And I'll head this way. So hopefully the signal will be reasonable. It's a nice sunny day. It's not too cold. It's about 8 degrees, I reckon. It's not too bad. So yeah, this is Caberston. This forest here. An ancient stronghold. So at the top of the hill, is a 2,000-year-old hill fort from around the time of the Romans. So I'll head up that way. Oh, what's this saying? Wildlife stump. Saved for food, shelter and nesting. That's clever, isn't it? Okay, good. Right. So, we'll go for a walk. Should take us half an hour or so, I guess. I don't know how far we go. Might get to see some wildlife. There's a logging lorry going past. I can hear the birds chirping despite the lorry. You should be able to. Might be some deer, might be some grey or red squirrels, some rabbits. As we get farther up, might hear a buzzard. We'll see what we find. Isn't it gorgeous how the sun comes through the trees? Isn't it beautiful? What was that? Thought I heard something over there in the trees. Never mind. So, as I say, I like to show you interesting places in southern Scotland. Nice bits of nature. Historical places as well, like castles and abbeys, that sort of thing. So make sure you're following me and you'll get to see more places like this. This tree here, that beauty. That beach. Beach nuts on the ground. There's not a beach lead, is it? See if we can figure that out. Yes, it's not got quite the smooth bark of the beach. Interesting. Lovely and gnarled that though, isn't it? So, I should be kind of at work this morning, but my first client has cancelled, as she occasionally does. So I've got some time off. Go walking. And since I was coming past here, Caberston Forest, somebody's been walking their horse here. Since I was coming past Caberston Forest, I thought I would climb up to the top of the hill and show you. An ash, I think. There's a pigeon, a little pigeon. So it looks as if there's no other people around on this trail today. it's often fairly deserted. I hear an airplane going probably to Edinburgh. So let me know if you are watching live. Let me know where you're watching from, what you're doing, who you are, you know, what you're up to, what you like seeing on YouTube. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a follow. Always appreciated. Isn't beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? Don't you wish you were here? Of course you do. Let's keep going. Or if you're not watching live, let me know what you're doing, where you are, who you are. Look at the fireweed there, not in bloom at the moment. It's not looking nice. So the temperature overnight was pretty low. I think it was a little bit cloudy and the cloud has lifted. So not as cold as it might have been, but it's a reasonably chilly morning. So we're getting beyond, well, not beyond the tree line exactly, but out of the trees. There's a raven tree. So the hill fort on top of this Pirn hill, built about 2,000 years ago when the Romans were in the valley and the native tribes built the defences. Shall we go up that way, I think? Yeah. We'll go up this way, might come down the other way. Ah, there's an airplane. Oh, there's a little bit of dew on the grass. There's also at the top, at where the fort was, there's a kind of an artwork at the top of the hill that we'll get to in a moment. Whew. It's good exercise, this. I hope you're pumping your knees as much as I am. I want to say we should have done 292 kilojoules so far walking up here. Have you done that? So we're not going up there, we're just going up here. It still gives us quite a decent view of the valley. The Tweed Valley. Don't you wish you were climbing a hill like this morning? I can start to see a glimpse of the River Tweed, which we'll get to in a moment. Oh boy. You see little bits of mist still hanging around. It hasn't quite burned off. I'm glad my client this morning is cancelled. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had time to come and climb the hill. So, artwork down that way. Zoom in a bit. That's one of the major rivers of Scotland. It's pretty narrow up here. This is the upper Tweed Valley. Kind of upper. I see there's a tractor in the field there. It's not ploughing. What are we doing? Tilling? Sure. I thought I could hear some kids playing there. I think I can. Hello, John. Now walking only 60, yes, only 60. It's worth it though. It's worth it for the views. So where we are, Innerleithen is a little town in the Tweed Valley between Peebles and Gallashiels in South Scotland. And you can see these panels here. These panels give a little history of the area. So if we start off, let's say this one, and let's show you there. We have some monks, I think, and somebody enjoying some beer and a dove of peace. And this will be what's it called? It's a musical kind of instrument, a horn. Is it a carnax, I think it's called? Which is an ancient Celtic trumpet sort of thing that you'd take in a battle. There's some people blowing more horns and various patterns, communities, etc. Then we've got the Romans. Here you can see the SPQR banner and swords and spears and a distinctive Roman helmet and a kilt. And there it is, there's that, it's called the Carnax, I think, being played there. So you play that in battle and you get a long, loud, mournful cry. Here's a bit of, well, preaching, is it, do we think? This guy here could be St. Columba, St. Ninian. Is this some sort of a boat, perhaps? You can see symbols of everyday life and mother and child and musical instruments, more birds, and This one, we've got some wolves. So this will be a king. We've got a king here with a crown and dogs, dogs and pigs, sows, hogs in the ancient hunting ground. And you can see the leaves and berries and nuts and oak leaves there, etc. Acorn, beautiful acorn. So hunting grounds all around. And then we've got the river, the fish, so salmon and trout in the Tweed, and farming. There's some cattle being farmed and sheep, the shepherd being farmed, very important part of the history of the area as well. Here we've got the train coming, so into the 1800s train, and this is the devil, I believe, being cast out. And industry, the wool and mill, you can see the chimney there, and industrial looking folk working in the mills. Then we've got a Spitfire there, and more industry and weaving, and there's a woman doing some sewing on that panel, almost up to modern day, back to the original one. So it's quite a beautiful little piece of artwork of the history of the area, history of the town. It's a nice place to come to admire the view. Isn't it gorgeous? So yeah, this is the town of Innerleithen. Kind of a horseshoe. And up that way, up those hills, there is Peebles, which is a town of about 8,000 people. Innerleithen is maybe 2,000, I guess. And then down that way you've got Pirn is the next village down there, and then Galashiels kind of over those hills, Clovenford and Galashiels. And there's St Ronan's Wells over there. You can just about see that building there. There's an ancient well which people would come to for the spring waters, for the supposedly healing properties. Allegedly, down in the spring, that is in the spring water, there's a passage to Hades down there. It was very sulphurous, the waters there, which supposedly helped heal people in the 19th century. But before then, it was thought that the devil lived there because of all the suffering. So there's, yeah, perhaps either healing properties or something a bit more sinister down that way. But people have been coming here, you know, to this valley and those springs for many hundreds of years to either cure themselves or salve their soul, whatever you might do. And you can see the forests, plenty of forests around. This is Caberston Forest, stretching off this way. You can see all these hills, they're all forested. So we're looking up that way, we're looking towards Glentress Forest, which is a big mountain biking venue. Glentress, they held for the World Cycling Championships, which were held in Scotland, with Jessica on pause. For the World Cycling Championships, which were held in Scotland a couple of years ago, the mountain biking competitions were held at Glentress, which is, as I say, just a few miles up the road at Peebles. And it's, yeah, brilliant for mountain bikes and walking, bird watching, and, you know, just enjoying the nature of Glentress and all of the forests. I think there's seven designated forests that are all part of the same chain of you know, recreational forests up the Tweed Valley. How am I today? Well, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? My first, as I said earlier, my first client this morning cancelled, so I have the opportunity to go walking on one of my favourite hills here in Hillfort. So I grabbed the opportunity because, you know, I like showing people interesting places, interesting things. So don't forget to follow me. A bit windy, yeah. I didn't know I was going to be available to do this. I didn't bring my usual microphone. So yeah, I would have brought my nice little furry microphone, but I didn't, because I didn't know I'd be doing this. But you know, you're not here to listen to me so much as observe the views. Possibly. So on that note, let's flick around so you can see a little bit better. So as I say, always nice to have people giving me a thumbs up or giving me a follow. Lovely. You dropped your phone. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to be less exciting, so that you don't drop your phone in future. I'll do my best there. So tell me everybody, tell me live viewers, or indeed non-live viewers, where are you from? What are you doing? Who are you? Why are you here? Are you from Scotland? Have you been to Scotland? Have you never been to Scotland? Are you leaving? What do you enjoy watching on YouTube? Do you follow me? Do you not follow me? Yeah. How did you get here? What are you doing? Are you at work? Are you at home? Are you studying? Are you doing the laundry? Are you taking a break from doing internet shopping? What are you doing? What are you up to today? It's always nice to hear about my viewers. That stone's blue for some reason. How weird. So let's go back down, I think. Go back down. Go down that way, couldn't we? Go down that way over the top. But I think, if memory serves correctly, I think the lose the signal if we go down that way, because you can see this, the mast is over there. So I think we'll go back down the frontward way with the moss on that. That gorgeous. Look at the pattern of that moss. That looks like what's it called? Maritime sunburst or something. I think it's not moss, it's lichen, of course. That one I don't know. It's interesting. It's a nice one. Yeah, beautiful patterns. There's another bit of maritime something. I think it is anyway. Beautiful golds. Anyway, let's go down this way. Head straight down. So yeah, what are you up to today? What are you doing? Are you avoiding doing something? Are you using me as an excuse to avoid work? Something like that. I don't think we can get a better view of yeah, it's called St Ronan's Wells up there. St Ronan's Wells, where the sulphur comes from. I don't think we get a better view. And there goes a pigeon. Look at the sun glinting off the roofs down there. It's a beautiful way to spend the morning. Just make sure I don't fall over and break my ankle on the rough ground. You can imagine being a Celt, being invaded by the Romans up here, and using this hill fort as a way of keeping an eye on any invading armies. Could be the Romans, could be later than that, could be the English coming, or the Reavers. Offers a good view. There's a couple of aircraft going over there, 2 or 3. Starting to get not warm exactly, but a little bit less cold as the sun becomes more intense. This is called broom, these bushes. You can see why. So we may start to hear a bit more bird song as we're going, as we're heading down. I was going to say the wind should be a little bit lower now, but maybe it's not. Certainly is a beautiful place though. So let me have a look at the time. So it's 11:05. I'm just thinking of where I need to be this morning and this afternoon. Should be alright for the moment. Yeah, so you can go around the back and emerge this way, but we didn't. So as I say, I think we dropped the signal. So, as I said before, I live in the south of Scotland, live nearby, and I like showing you the beautiful nature and the historical places and the cultural bits, if you see what I mean, and interest you in the history and the culture and the nature of southern Scotland. I've been streaming for a long time, live streaming and making videos. So I've decided recently that I'm still doing my cafe broadcasts on Fridays, having lunch and Tuesday breakfast time, doing a bit of sketching on Tuesday. But I'm only doing that over on Twitch for the time being. I might find a way to dual stream Twitch and YouTube again in future. For the moment, I outside things like this are on YouTube exclusively, and my inside things are on Twitch exclusively. It's a beautiful view. Beautiful view. So make sure that you are following me on Twitch as well as YouTube for the full viewing pleasure.
Split 1. Split pace. 28 minutes, 16 seconds per kilometre.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Very slow, isn't it? 28 minutes a kilometre. Oh dear. Obviously that's because I stopped at the top. Yes. 28 minutes. Appalling. 500 kilojoules. I'm certainly glad that I decided to stop here. I might, if I have time, I probably won't live stream it, but I might, if I have time, go and take some pictures for the rest of the morning. Not immediately though. So we'll go back down to the bridge. And we'll stop there. Yeah, I can definitely hear a nice bird song now. I'm not good at identifying the birds. Kind of like the trees. But they're nice, you know, they're nice. This is fireweed, I think that is. Oh, maybe it's not actually. This doesn't usually go brown like that. Oh, maybe it's not. Don't listen to me when it comes to identifying plants and birds. Clearly know not what I'm talking about. That's a holly bush though. I can tell that. Holly bushes, I can't remember which one's which, but the females have berries on them and the males don't. But you always get one male and one female within about 50 metres of each other to pollinate each other. So if you find one holly bush with berries on, you'll find another one without berries on, not far away, and vice versa. Did you know that? Yeah, you probably did. I can see bike tracks. Somebody's been down here on the bike, which is encouraged. Good place to be. So yeah, I can't say I'm surprised that we haven't seen anybody else today. Wednesday morning. Thought we might see some dog walkers. Exercise room closed. Oh, lovely. See? Yeah, so I thought we might see some dog walkers. Good afternoon from India. Hello. What's that? Rohan Cody. Welcome. Hello, folks. Hang on. Hello from Scotland. Namaste. Welcome. How are you? What are you doing in India today? Should you be at work? Should you be studying? Are you just relaxing at home? I trust you are doing well. I'm just kind of walking. I did walk up to the top of the hill, showed you the views, showed you the valley, and now we're going down towards the river and the bridge. I see a shadow flying past me there. So this is the Leithen water. Innerleithen is an old Viking name actually. So the Vikings named Innerleithen. Yeah, the town is the little town. I didn't actually see any Vikings on the piece of art at the top, did we? It was Romans and native people, Celts. But evidence of them invading. So I want to show you the bridge again. We'll go down that way so we can see the bridge a little bit better. It's a beautiful old, I think it's 17th century bridge. Let's go down. And steps. I'm currently at work and it's 3:40 PM. Present on my report. That's you. There's a dog walker. Somebody's built a little dam. It's curious. Nice view of the bridge. Gorgeous, isn't it? Some ducks. Hello, ducks. And is that a dog attacking the ducks? Quite possibly. So yeah, I want to show you the bridge. But I think that'll do. I think that'll do for today. Been up to the top of the hill, and back down. Showing you the bridge. Told you a little bit about the history. So as I say, make sure you're following me if you want to see more things like this from time to time. You know, it's always nice to have people walking with me and enjoying the scenery. But that'll be, because I've got to go to work. You want to go for a swim? Yes, if you want to. It's a little bit cold. I mean, the air temperature was down to 4 degrees overnight, so I wouldn't recommend it. You definitely can do. Or paddling anyway, I don't know about swimming. You can go paddling. Anyway, that'll do. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for walking with me. Thanks for enjoying the atmosphere. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're following me. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time if you are following me. Hopefully, next time I'm out somewhere interesting. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheerio, bye, everyone. Have a nice day.